All right, y'all, what's going on? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chef Wow, man. Y'all know who it is. Joe Solomon, that old country boy from Millersville, Georgia. What we got going on here for y'all today, y'all see him right there. We're finna show you how to clean that iguana, the proper way to clean the iguana. Y'all see that's a nice size one right there. I shot him yesterday. What y'all gonna need, we gonna try to do this as fast as possible. If not, then I'm gonna have to do a part 2 here. Now, what y'all gonna need to clean this thing properly, you're gonna need you a good knife sharpened. You're gonna need you a utility knife or some type of razor or something because the skin's so tough. And of course, you're gonna need your pair of scissors. First thing we gonna do is go right there where the feet connected to the thigh right there, and we just gonna cut them off. You're not gonna use them, so you just go ahead and cut them on off and be done with them. Yeah. Just gonna cut them off and be done with them because you ain't gonna use them, ain't nothing on them to eat. So you don't want to waste no time with them. All right. Then what you want to do is you want to come back here, right here at the tail, where it starts to get maybe a half an inch or maybe an inch wide. You want to cut the tail off right there because you're not really gonna use it. The rest of it ain't gonna really be no good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that tail off right there and go and be done with it. And because we ain't gonna use that part either. All right, once you get him cut off like that right there, what you wanna do is you wanna turn him over on his back so you can see him. You understand? Y'all see this little gill right here, right? That's what you wanna do. You wanna take your razor knife, you wanna cut that gill up with your razor knife right there, because that's where you're gonna start cutting that. All right, what you wanna do, since we're gonna be running out of time here, I'm gonna just tell y'all what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and I'm gonna come back in the second part and show y'all what it looked like skin. So right there where I cut that gill at, we gonna make a line all the way down to where I stopped on the tail. Then we're gonna come off of that line and come on to every leg and every arm so that when I pull the skin off, it comes right off. But I'll be back at chapter 2 of this, and y'all pay attention to me. This is how you properly clean the iguana and get him ready and get him prepped for food. So peace, love, and hair grease, and we'll holler at y'all in a little bit when I can get the skin off this old sapsucker. Peace.
All right, Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations, your brothers of flesh, which is word of truth and sincerity. All right, this video here is because thou hast rejected knowledge. Okay? Because thou hast rejected knowledge. So as you saw in the video here, this guy, he's a country boy over there from somewhere in Georgia. And he's going over how to skin and properly clean an iguana. Okay? And obviously it's going to be for consumption. Okay? So, once again, Jake is always wise to do evil. Okay? Jake is always going after the things that are contrary to what the Heavenly Father wants. Okay? And then if you bring out or explain to them, hey, the Lord doesn't like this, they're totally against you. Okay? They hate you for explaining to them what the Lord doesn't like. So anyway, I want to bring out a few scriptures after I saw this video here. This is Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Alright, so my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And this is the point here. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Okay. So it says our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Okay, meaning there's knowledge that we don't have, or we're lacking, or we're wanting in it. We're missing it. But why are we missing it? Why are we lacking it? It says, because thou hast rejected knowledge. All right. So our people literally turn away from the Heavenly Father. Okay, the Lord has given us His word, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to go forth and speak to our people with. But our people literally reject the Lord as they did back then. So, this is nothing new unto the Lord. But what our people don't understand is that these scriptures, the Bible that's written in here, this word in which Yahweh Shema Shai have given us, this leads us to wisdom. Okay, this gives us all the knowledge that we need, how to move in the world, how to be successful. Okay, if you want to be successful in life, it's all right here in the scriptures. Okay, if you want to be successful in whatever you're doing, it's all right here in the scriptures. Okay, this Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5. It says, "Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it." Okay, the Lord gave us statutes and judgments, and wherever in the land that we would go to possess it, which at that time was the land of Canaan, which is the land of Israel. Okay, we should keep them and do them. All right, verse 6. "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." Okay, so we were Zion one. Okay, we were supposed to be that monument. Okay, the one that the people, the heathen nations, they look to. Okay, because this is our wisdom, this is our understanding. Okay, but if you're doing the ways of the heathen, or you're doing these things, the same things that the heathen is doing, you're just like them. Okay, you're no different. You're not a wise and understanding individual when you're trying to dissect an iguana for consumption. Okay, so now let's get the law on it real quick. This is Leviticus chapter 11 verse 29. This is going into the clean and unclean animals. All right. "These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things." So the creeping things, the things that crawl up on the earth. Okay, that creep upon the earth: the weasel, the mouse, and the tortoise after his kind. So not only the weasel, not only the mouse, not only the tortoise, but those in relation to the family after their kind. Okay, so if you can't eat a tortoise, obviously you can't eat a turtle. If you can't eat a mouse, obviously you can't eat a rat. If you can't eat a weasel, obviously you can't eat a ferret. Okay. Oh, so my bad. It goes on to say in verse 30, or a beaver. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, you can't eat that. But it says, "And the ferret, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole." Okay, and notice, remember, it says after his kind. Okay, so you can't eat not only those things, but those things after their kind. Okay, they're the things that come in the same family. So chameleons and lizards and iguanas, same families after their kind. You can't eat them. Okay, so chameleons, lizards, iguanas is a no-no. It's off limits. That's an abomination. That's something that we should not be eating. Okay. Verse 31. It says, "These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever doth touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean unto even." Okay. So if you touch them, you're unclean. Okay. And let alone, you're not supposed to eat them, because you can't make them clean. But notice here it says iguana skinning and proper cleaning. Old country boy at it again. Okay, he says skinning and properly cleaning. You can never clean it to make it clean. There's nothing you could do to make that clean for consumption. Alright, now let's grab it real quick. It's Job chapter 14 verse 4. "Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? No, not one." Okay, you can't make something that's unclean clean simply by washing it and doing those things to sanitize it, or well, to make it good for consumption. It's still unclean. It's still an abomination. You can't make something that's unclean clean no more than you can make something that's clean unclean, because whatever the Lord deems is clean is clean. Okay, you know, you got the argument where people say chicken is unclean based on the fact that chicken eats certain things, you know, that, but you gotta think about it. If chicken are fed or raised this way, does that make it unclean? No, it does not make it unclean. It may make it defiled, but it's not. But the Lord prophesied that we would eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles, okay, in the land which we scattered. All right, but it doesn't mean that it's unclean. Okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. Why? Because they rejected the Lord. Hosea 4 and 6. That's why we don't know the Lord, because we rejected him. Okay? They are sottish, which means stupid. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Look, he literally he's doing a whole video on, it says how to properly clean, how to skin and properly clean the iguana. Okay, that's wisdom to do evil. Okay, but no wisdom to do good. No wisdom to know who you are. You know your nationality. No wisdom to tell our people to turn back to the Lord. No wisdom to do that. But all the wisdom to do evil. All the wisdom to do stupidity. All the wisdom to be sottish. Okay? But yeah, this was just a quick little lesson on that. I said, I just want to bring out a few scriptures after I saw that video. So, call along Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, Bashem Akakwadash. Hope we edified. Shalom.